Hey, what's going on, everybody? Clayton J. Jensen here, and today's vlog is finally live. Yeah, it is. What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you're doing something you're passionate about. As you can see, hanging out at the beach today. Oh my gosh, it is such a beautiful day. Just like yesterday. But if you haven't already, speaking of yesterday, swing on over after today's vlog. Check out yesterday's where we discussed everybody is the genius. Like Albert Einstein articulated, we're all geniuses. It's just dependent upon the way in which we look at ourselves, the way in which we judge ourselves, and it can't be judged upon what everyone else does. It needs to be judged upon what we did yesterday to make other people's lives better. When we focus on that, we tap into our inner genius, and we together can make this world a better place. So if you guys haven't already, after this vlog, swing on over, check out yesterday's vlog on Everybody is a Genius. And yeah, that means you too, you're a genius. Really excited for today's talk. We'll be discussing the professional athlete dilemma. So look, there are so many positives for playing sports, especially for children. The social interaction, understanding winning and losing, leadership, the idea that we never give up, let alone all the health benefits. And there's a lot of positives, which is understandable why we put so many of our kids into sports. I know that I'm happy that I was in sports, and I'm probably going to do the same for my children. But that being said, although the activity is really good, the problem with how much we're putting our kids into sports, how much we're focusing on that, is that the end goal is I want to become a professional athlete for most of these individuals. Maybe not all. But the problem with our society is that we're idolizing these celebrities, professional athletes. We see them all over the place on ads, on TV. I want to be that person. I want to be that person who is noticed, like we talked about a couple days ago. We like being a part of a team, but we also like feeling special and being noticed. But the problem is, when we're so focused on this goal of becoming a professional athlete, of being a celebrity, we put so much of our time into an activity that very well may not reap us any benefits. So think about it. When you were a kid growing up, if you played sports, were you hoping, man, I hope I turn pro in this. I hope I can do this as a living instead of having to do some other job. Why was that? Did you see the benefit of some of these other athletes, the lives that they had, maybe the money that they were making, the individuals they were able to surround themselves with, or maybe even the lack of work that they had to do in a typical 9-to-5 job? Whatever it was, it's understandable because I was the same way. I saw the benefit, and I put so much of my time and effort into playing a sport. And you think about it, you know what? It wasn't the activity, it was the amount of time that I was putting into it and the reason for which I partook in it. Let's think about what is professional sports. I mean, the vast majority of us will never become professional athletes, 0.0001%. So you're telling me already the odds are against us. Now, I'm going to say that alone is not reason enough to not want to do it. But there's a couple other things as well. So, a vast majority of people will never get there. Those that do, an even larger percentage, will never make the amount of money that they can live on. They'll be on some practice squad in football or in minors in baseball or, some league in soccer that they may not be making much money, but they're hoping to advance. The problem is with that is that we've now set ourselves up for a profession that we may not be able to stay in. It may not be a 20, 25, 30-year thing that we're going to be able to do. Maybe a year, 2 years, 5 years, and even then, like I said, the amount of money that we make. And let's just say you're an individual who can make a good amount of money. Let's just say you're the top of the top of the top that actually is able to. What happens when your career's done? What happens if you haven't saved your money properly? Or even if you have, let's just say you're an average top professional athlete. You made a good amount of money, but what are you going to do next? See, that's the problem. For our children, and even for us as adults, we put so much time and emphasis into these activities that are almost lottery-like. And it's a problem that's not just for us, it's an undertone in society of, I want this really, really lofty goal because it seems like such a better life. So I'm going to put so much energy and time into that one activity. What's the problem when we do that? Don't diversify our talents. I know for me, I spent so much time growing up, elementary school, junior high, and high school, trying to perfect the sport, hoping that I could turn professional, not realizing that the problem when we focus so much on one activity that we spend that time that could be put onto other things to make us a more well-rounded individual. I'm going to argue that we need to have our children, as well as ourselves, focus more on the creative side, more on gaining knowledge bases on a diversified amount of skills. Because look, we're all multifaceted individuals. We shouldn't be focusing our time just on one thing. We need to be spreading our time out to ensure that we can bring the most to the table, whether it be a job we want to be in, whether it be a business that we want to start, whether it be becoming a professional athlete, but having something afterwards, having something on the side so that we know that we are secure. We need to focus our children on the STEM exercises, the STEM classes, helping them to code better, to better understand the digital age. We need to entice them to read more, to draw more, to paint more, to try to create things with their hands. We need to focus on all these other aspects of life that unfortunately a lot of our children don't, especially boys, where we're pushing them into sports because we see the benefit, we see the positivity, but we don't see the negative side effect of spending so much time on one thing. We don't allow our children to be more well-rounded, don't allow ourselves to be more well-rounded. Like we discussed yesterday with Casey Neistat, arguing the best way to start something is to create something. Create something, whether it be writing something down, drawing something, building something with a car or wood, whatever it is, create something and then show other people that story. Well, we need to ensure that all of the time that we spend is not just on one specific thing, that we're diversifying our talents so we can diversify our skill sets. The best way to do that, the best way to find out your genius, to diversify your talents, not sure what you want to do, it's going to be to read. Because the one thing that you have control over, like we discussed a couple weeks ago, is your intellectual capital. No one can take that away from you. How do you grow that each and every day? Because by reading, whether it be books, articles, documentaries, all different things, by doing those, we're increasing our skill sets, increasing the ways in which that we not only can monetize our passions, but we can help our communities, we can help the world, help make it a better place. Remember, when we focus just on one thing, we're really just focusing on ourselves. Let's make sure that we're focused on all different activities that help us diversify ourselves, and don't just shoot for some lofty, really small, unattainable goal. Look, we should be pushing for hard things, but let's make sure that we're spending our time on all different areas to make ourselves more well-rounded individuals. Look, there's a lot of positives in sports. So many. I mean, really, if you even think about it, the connection of people who may have different backgrounds, just watching the sport, a lot of positives. But let's make sure that we don't focus so much of our attention on that one thing, because we want to become that professional athlete, at top of the top. Remember, each one of us has our own genius, and the way to tap into that is how we bring the most joy to other people's lives. And I'm going to argue it's going to be really tough to do that when you just focus on one specific thing all the time. Diversify your talents, diversify your skill sets, and you'll diversify the ways in which you can monetize your passions. I had a lot of fun talking with you guys today. Thanks for tuning in as always. I know for me, young, I really want to be a professional athlete, but I really look back and wish that I would have spent more time on other areas. Better understand the entrepreneurial side, better understanding finance, better understanding public speaking, being creative, building something with your hands. But what we're going to discuss tomorrow, and I feel this is a great tie-in, is all that matters is right now. We can continually keep looking back on things we wish we would have done. All that matters is right now, not just for ourselves, but for those closest around us. How do you gain from the knowledge of the past, but ensure you're using it to help right now? Thanks for tuning in today, guys. As always, any questions, comments, concerns, I would love to hear about it. I'd love to hear more about you. Let's talk about today's vlog. What did you think about my argument on professional athlete dilemma? Even if you think I'm so wrong, let me know. Comment. I will comment right back. Message me over at Clayton J. Jensen. Would love to hear your opinion. Would love to hear more about you. Would love to hear more about what you're passionate about. How we can co-brand together. How we can brand social good. And then how together we can make this world a better place. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. I hope you had fun at the beach, man. It's so beautiful. I think I might go catch a little waves. Maybe a little swim. Who knows? Either way. Got to enjoy the sun when you can. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And until tomorrow, as always, you guys spread joy, love, and peace. Peace, everybody. Yeah. Oh man, this was fun. Did you guys have fun? I know I did.